time for a very exciting run of Streets of Rage 4, done by the Boyks and Ilion. And to make it even more exciting, we have met the incentive for the fighting the bonus retro bosses during this run. So, without any further ado, take it away.
Alright, how's it going, everybody? I am Boyks. This is my cooperative partner slash frenemy, Ilion.
That's a good way to describe it. Also, a lot of this run is going to be a little bit of us being frenemies, too, because this is an easier run to do if you do it one player, I would say.
So, this is Streets of Rage 4. I'll do a count-off. So, 3, 2, 1, go. Now remember, kids, only trust
Type in chat. Only trust your fists. The police will never help you. You can't just slide whistle on police will never help you. I mean, it's true, we are not police here. It is Streets of Rage, so you can do what you feel like.
So this is a retro co-op run, which means we are playing with at least one retro character, in this case Shiva from Streets of Rage 3. I am playing as Cherry from Streets of Rage 4, which is a brand new character, whose damage output is a little bit low compared to other characters in the roster, but two things. One, we need a character that can pick up items, specifically for the retro extra bonus fights that y'all paid for. And two, this is the one that we had practice for it at last minute, because we weren't sure if the incentive was met or not.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing that you actually had to change from Dr. Zan and from other, like, Streets of Rage retro characters, because they actually just can't pick up items, and you need the tasers to get the incentive.
Yeah, I wasn't actually sure of that, so now we're Cherry. Cherry's not the worst. Cherry has some really cool moves like this.
Just her damage is low.
Yeah, this guitar thing's nice because it knocks them on the ground, which is great, and then hits them back up again. Really good for just juggling enemies. And if you can combo damage with it, it's great. But ideally what we're going to be doing is just trying to juggle enemies between each other and just try to clear the screens as quickly as possible. Bosses are sort of the hardest part of the run. So we'll see how that goes when we get closer to a boss here. If you haven't played Streets of Rage 4, highly suggest
I didn't quite get all of them.
That's okay.
There you can try and, with Shiva, you can actually jump up, and you can hold them just against the car and just kind of juggle them. One of the nice things that you'll notice with Shiva is that his spin kick just takes out a lot of enemies in one hit. The downside of that is that it gives you green health, which then, if an enemy hits you, that all goes away. So you kind of have to be very careful about balancing that out. You get it back by hitting enemies. So unfortunately, I can't use my, like, one-hit kill basically all the time.
Yeah, the retro characters have a lot of damage output compared to the main cast. But they also tend to go through their health very quickly. So it's a juggling act. Yours, Law, when you get there?
Yep.
Or I guess Turkey.
Turkey on that one. Not Zaw. We have different food items. I'm a little healthier than Boyks. I like my apples.
The fool.
Boyks likes his Zaw. That's the real question. Is this an apple or a Zaw stream?
And as we all know, an apple a day keeps the streets away. I don't have a slide whistle ready, I'm sorry.
Slide whistle is best used sparingly. Or not at all.
Or mostly not at all, to be fair.
Yes, generally.
So one fun thing that you can do with weapons is you can also throw them and then catch them off of enemies when it bounces, which is great. You get the health, yeah. So as you can see, we're also kind of trying to coordinate who gets health when and where. Specifically so that we can refill our health bars when one gets lower and try to preserve lives as much as possible. We're also going to be managing our points, because the points get split between players.
And that'll bounce off the wall.
Oh, that was so good, but that's okay.
Now we can just damage through it.
I'll wait, yeah.
And it comes to you again.
Oh.
Ooh, good try.
I'll hit her up. And we'll just keep doing this. I'll go back to the middle. I have a thing.
Yep.
Alright, now we just try to damage her out, I think. Rather than break it. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, the nice thing about Shiva there is, as you noticed, she does an electric attack on the ground, which is really obnoxious as anybody but Shiva, because Shiva just sits there and does... Well, some of the Streets of Rage retro characters do this, but you basically get invincibility frames through all that. You can just sit there and spam your desperation move.
Alright, so this is the first stage that'll have a retro boss. We'll mention it as we get closer. I'm going right, because I'm closer. Oh, I got thrown.
Oh. I should have caught them. Where?
Alright.
There we go. Get that. There should be the black op will come through.
I'll get these guys.
Here and start using that
and
taser.
Over here.
Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I have to watch out for the taser, right?
Yeah, next screen. I mean, we'll both watch out.
So yeah, a big part of this speedrun, honestly, is just communication.
Yes.
Co-op speedruns, especially beat-em-up runs, can get dropped really easily if you're not communicating constantly. There's just so much to manage between the two of us, as far as like health and damage goes. Oh, this guy's still alive? Oops.
Okay.
Alright, so I have to pick this up because I'm the only one who can. And then we'll use a taser on this machine, which will activate the first retro boss fight. This guy is kind of a jerk if you ever played.
Move out of the way. There we go. And that's why we get him to move out of my way afterwards.
Yeah, easy.
Because I am just a blender.
Nice!
Thankfully, Shiva does that.
Alright, these juggles are going real well, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of those runs, like we said, like, it's actually a lot easier to do when you're just, like, a single person doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Because obviously somebody else can kind of...
Definitely.
You gotta coordinate real well with them. Alright, we're good.
Drop the health on the way out.
Yeah.
Alright, remember kids, no drugs, yes eagle. That's what
big eagle. Always eagle.
Always eagle.
Never drugs.
The kick spin move is very strong, yes.
Yeah. If by incredibly broken, yes. Yeah, it is a very, very busted move. There's a reason why there's different categories for the retro characters and not. So if we go really fast here too, we can actually stop that one from being able to load up their shield, which is a good way to juggle them.
Yeah, that is really nice if we can manage that. It's not always easy though.
There it's pretty easy for Shiva specifically.
Yeah.
Yep. That's usual.
Oh man, that was shocking.
Yeah, the only thing with the spin move that's bad is that it's very easy to get stuck in the theme of like, oh man, I can just use this all the time. But if you use it all the time, you are literally only getting green health, so one hit kills you.
Yeah, I got stuck on the wall.
Yeah,
That's okay.
There'd be a little pixel off there if you're going fast.
You go
You first.
Oh, me?
Okay, yeah. Alright, you managed to get in first, so... Got it.
I'm going to try and position myself in the middle, because that's where he's going to knock him when his final trash is done.
There we go. Good job.
This now for damage.
And now I've got to be very careful because I am, once again, all green health, which is a thing that happens a lot. Ooh.
I lost a life, but that's okay.
Yeah,
we're actually doing really well in lives.
Yeah. We will lose some lives sometimes just because of, again, going very aggressive at using our desperation moves because they're very powerful. And if you just take a single hit, it's easy to make a mistake. And especially, like we said, with two people, one person makes a mistake, then the other person makes a mistake, and you kind of start bumping into each other.
It cascades. So.
Yeah, that's why communication's so key for these. But yeah, no, this is going very well so far.
Yeah.
Like, we'll definitely lose a few lives. That's not a problem. We have a lot. And we'll also gain lives throughout the run, too. You'll notice that we sometimes will just pick things up just for safety here. Marathon-wise.
Yeah, right.
Because
There's some
it's not like extra... Yeah, extra health
Ooh,
items, but also
release
like
it.
extra
Oh,
cash
Jesus.
just to get points.
Oh yeah, the points are actually very important for lives. For
They
sure.
can be, yeah. Like generally, if we do the run perfectly, not going to be an issue. But it's nice to like we're doing a marathon
What?
too.
That was awkward. Both of the barrels hit me there. Oh well.
Yeah.
There goes a life. Alright.
Okay. Alright, and go. Yeah, so we want to go up there because, as you notice, Cherry got an extra star in there, so it's good to break those barrels open. I got bounced into the
They're
barrel.
both alive. Okay.
Yep.
Alright, banger alert, by the way.
Oh, you can say that throughout this entire game. There's one in particular that I am extremely fond of, but
That worked out.
it's not yet. It'll be. I'll mention it when my favorite comes on. But this whole game is very much a Streets of Rage game, which means it's got some real good music.
So yeah, if you see us getting, like, turning red when an enemy hits us, our green health is completely disappearing, by the way.
Yeah.
So we definitely don't want to get hit if possible in those situations. I forgot to move when you got stuck on me. My bad.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm just gonna try and jump and hope you go under me, because I don't know what else to do. Alright, Francis, come on, bud. Cleaning up the backside of the screen is real awkward. Because they kind of walk backwards off of the screen. Like Kevin.
Yeah,
here.
there's very few spots in the game
I
where
need help.
actually things.
Alright, there we go.
Yeah, there's very few parts in this game.
I'll go first and then you stay middle.
Yep.
We'll try that. Oh, that was my fault. Alright,
Yeah, that's okay.
let's knock her back down again. Knock her over to the corner. So Shiva has a better chance of just getting her in
Yeah,
the
that's
blender.
Yeah, I gotta gain a little life back, unfortunately.
I got it.
Yeah.
Or not.
Oh, that did not.
I got
yes.
stuck on you, I guess.
Yeah, normally the corner can do some
That's
weird
okay.
things like that. Normally you'd be able to just go through me and hit that, but
Sadly, you can't hear game audio. That's weird.
I have no idea why that would be.
That might be on Restreamer. Alright.
Yeah, because game audio is important with this game. This game has amazing audio.
Alright. Don't jump in the pit like a big dumb idiot who plays Cherry.
Yeah, one of the interesting things about learning Cherry is you've got to learn to not jump into pits. With this game. There's an elevator level in particular that's very easy to
Alright. Yeah,
fall down.
like Cherry's moves end with her jumping forward in some way. So
Yeah, the first time that you play Cherry, it's very different than a lot of the other regular characters in this, like the non-retros, and Cherry is very, very fast and just all jump moves. So it's easy to throw yourself into a lot of pits in the game.
I'll knock him down with... Oh, you
Yeah.
got it, I guess.
Yeah, we can...
That usually hits
You
most
take
of
top,
the
I take
pit.
bottom.
Yeah, there we
Good
go.
job.
Health.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm kind of just
Well,
lining myself so I can hopefully knock them in the hole, but they're being bullies.
Yeah, they should normally come out, but sometimes they do not. We gotta try and get over to the side fast normally because they will go in
There's
between
another-
like that.
Bare Knuckle Arcade, by the way, if you're paying attention.
Alright.
Alright.
And this is where we'll get the taser again. So this is our taser screen.
Oh, no! Cop Y! Alright, taser's on this side of the screen, so...
Yep. As long as we keep track of it and don't lose it.
Yeah.
There we are.
Oh,
Yeah, because this is obviously slow. This is not something we want to do. But we hit the incentive, so we're going to get all these retro bosses as well. Yep.
So Shiva can kind of just juggle them in the corner, so I'm just kind
of
really on
the retro bosses especially are a joke for Shiva.
That was good.
The spin attack is incredible. So if we get it in the right spot, it's very, very good.
Alright, out of the arcade and into the hole. Or into the hole. I got stuck on the corner. Into the hole.
Yeah, that's a weird one, because that's obviously not something we normally practice as much. And I always had problems on that one when we used to route it a little differently, where I would always, when I was learning the game, that was one that I constantly got stuck on.
This game has a little bit of a problem with corners, and that if there's a corner, you will very likely get stuck on it.
Yeah.
Because it's like a 3D,
now we've got
2D.
Estelle.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Estelle's
throw my
caught.
weapon.
We should not trust her. She's not our fist. She is named
that was
cop.
so good.
Yeah, that was a good setup.
That throw was great. Alright.
And we get a little bit of an animation here. And this is the annoying thing about Estelle. That fire lasts longer than you think, and, like, loops around a couple times.
That's awkward. She moved at the last second.
Yeah. And I just didn't move out of the way on her wake up. And that's why, like I said, there's that chance of us losing a few lives here, because it's easy to sit there, use all of your special,
get out of here, there we go.
And then end up getting tapped just a little bit, and there goes your life. Shiva is very much a trade-off in that if you play it perfectly, you're fine, but boy, you make one mistake, you're just insta-dead. It's one hit.
It's great. High risk.
Yeah, so you've got to balance that out to be safe.
Yeah.
Like, obviously the ideal fastest way would just be to always use that move, but the odds of you just never getting hit are essentially zero.
This one's gonna knock itself out in the acid. Alright,
Yes.
so I'm gonna grab this acid vial.
There's one more back.
Is there?
I think that one got left somehow. Yep.
Oh, how did
man.
that happen?
I don't know.
Weird.
Oof.
That's okay.
It's a thing.
Alright, so we're gonna acid these three because it just makes them die quicker, and they're really very good at walking into it.
And I'm going to try and trap the others between the pool and the jet,
Yeah.
essentially here.
We're not
Generally is pretty
super
good.
used to using items in this
That's a thing.
source. Guys,
Okay.
I'd rather you have full health than me be ahead
Sure.
on them. So I usually run Zan, which also can't pick up weapons like we were mentioning earlier, so we're trying to route weapons into our route a little bit now. Specifically for the marathon here.
Okay.
Alright.
Good
I got
job.
him.
Yep. Come down. See if we can get them into the pit.
Almost.
No. We're trying to recreate there's a very weird specific spot that we found where you can get them to actually just spawn jumping into the pit, but
I think
getting it is not necessarily the easiest.
Yes,
I got it. Okay.
I'll get the Zaw
Right.
after this.
Yeah,
if I
I'm
need
waiting
it.
for Gorman. And the Big Bens and Gormons that we'll see later are kind of one of the first enemies that are very obnoxious in the way that they escape from fights.
Pick up some money as we transition. Try and get
Yeah.
that extra one up later. Look at this guy just kicking that bathroom stall. What a...
Yeah, that's nice about having the two players, that like sometimes if one person's exiting the stage, because it only cares if one person leaves, you can just get a little bit of extra health.
Alright, so this
Now,
one's
this is
actually-
going to be the hardest screen possibly in the game.
It's so bad for this specifically.
For
Just trying to
this,
get the retro
specifically
fight is
this
so
run.
hard. There's another bare knuckle
I guess the
arcade,
next
but it's in the
screen, but-
middle of a room full of enemies that will very easily break that arcade, and they don't care if you want to do the retro or not.
Yeah. So we've got to
there
kind
it
of
is.
try and stay on the bottom. Okay, we're going to warp forward here
Yeah.
to get this cutscene. And you can see the arcade machine up there, and everybody likes to fight here, and they'll just kind of wander up into the arcade machine. So we've got to try, if we can, to stay down to the bottom and just keep them out of the way.
I'm gonna get an extra star, or you will, in the retro, so...
Yeah.
Alright, we need to make sure that the arcade stays and that this thing
get it?
does not get used.
Okay, good
There we
job.
go. Alright, we did it. Whew, hardest
Well
screen in the game.
Yeah. That was the one that we were the most worried about anyways. Oh, I need you to move out of my way if you can.
Sorry.
Because again, I've got stupid invincibility frames. Right?
Alright.
Well done.
Yours? Oh,
We got it.
so we don't lose it.
Yep.
Alright, so this is also a very hard screen, because this boss is rough. I'll go...
He's just got a lot
okay.
of payment moves. If you mess it up, then it's
Yeah.
easy. Yeah, you go right to left. 'Cause we want to keep them away from everything on the side here. Specifically, those bikes are very bad. We've got them in the corner, which is exactly where we want them. We want them in this bottom.
I'm kind of just setting up for in case he bounces off the wall.
Yep.
Or does that.
Or if I drop it.
So I can pick it right back up again. There we go.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, I was just taking the hit.
This guy is really good at getting out of your corner.
Yeah,
Just
it's something that the retro bosses don't
There we
do,
go.
but the new bosses do. That they do that little juke
Yeah.
circle around you, and so you've got to kind of anticipate where they're going.
But it's good. We finally defeated Freddie Mercury. We did it.
Freddie Mercury is down.
Alright, we're about halfway done. Like, time-wise, I think. The last
Yes.
couple levels are way shorter than the first 6.
And this is my banger alert.
Oh yeah, this song is an absolute banger. It's ridiculous how good this song is. If you
Yes.
are unable to
Oh.
hear the soundtrack, by the way, you should 100% pull up the Streets of Rage 4 soundtrack on YouTube or something and listen to it. It's so good.
It's
Just
one of the
every
main
song.
reasons why I wanted to run this game with you, is to just listen to the soundtrack all the time. It's good to have a game that you play a lot that has an amazing soundtrack.
Hello? Okay. What's the title of this song? That's a good question.
This should just be Chinatown, I believe.
Is it just the Chinatown song? Okay.
So gotta dodge these guys a little bit, because they come in. This game generally does a pretty good job of not doing the normal bullshit that a lot of these games will do, where people just kind of come off screen and hit you, and you're like, well, that's fair, sure. But there are some screens, definitely, where they'll just kind of come in kneeing you already, and you've got to just know.
Okay. This guy.
Good
Alright.
job.
To the kitchen. Alright, that was good.
Nice.
That Big Ben
Very
takes a good bit of damage before he goes down, so.
You get the turkey?
Turkey, yeah.
Yeah.
I helped! Oh no. I dropped my guy, though. That's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
This is why it's two-player. It's both of our responsibilities.
That's true. Yours
It's
on.
both the good thing and the bad thing about having two players. Somebody else can help save you a little bit, but also it's
There's a
easy
lot
to
of
stumble
people,
into
yeah.
each other. Like I said, we
Oh,
do each
God.
have our own hitboxes, so it's like,
That's another thing we gotta be careful of, advancing the screen. It'll sometimes move the other player, and then they miss their hit. Little awkward.
yeah, so you have to
Alright,
kind of try and pay attention to this. Yeah, this is where it gets real good.
I'll let you deal with this, I guess. Or
Yeah.
not.
There's a specific spot where you can go through his frames there, essentially, but it is a specific spot. Otherwise, he counter hits you. But like as Shiva again, you kind of have invincibility forever.
Oh god, what? There was a
Oh,
barrel
that's
off
amazing!
screen?
It was from off screen.
Wait. Okay.
I don't think I've ever actually seen that.
Oh, that's really fun.
Now we know we're speedrunning. We've said that we've never seen that. Okay, I'm on left. Right about here is where we were. If you can get up, go to that spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like basically center, yeah.
Yeah, right about here. It should allow us to get in when enemies jump in, and we just get a bunch of free kills. There are a lot of enemies coming through here, as you'll notice.
Okay. My side got a little distracted. That's fine.
There, I'll help you clean up. It'll let me gain some of the green health back also, which is good.
That's true.
Since I had used all of it. As Shiva, you have to play extremely greedy to go fast. Like, you just cannot make mistakes as Shiva.
Yeah, the song does slap, I agree. Thank you for taking the time.
It's
to listen
extremely
to
good.
it.
Okay, we need to get that positioning back.
I'm waiting. Or working out my arm muscles. One of the... Oh no!
Alright, I'm on the side now.
Yeah, we'll just switch sides, it's fine. Alright, let's go, boss.
Okay.
Alright, heart. Oh, not yet, actually. One more.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Shiva is after this. We get a mirror match.
Yeah, that's true. There we go. That's what we want to see. Them all in one spot. There's a big pile of salt on the floor, and if you've never had floor pizza before,
Ooh, highly recommend.
highly recommend it. Very good.
Alright. Good?
Alright. 1 star each.
Yeah, I'll try and...
Center, yeah.
You go... I'll go first, and then I'll try and get him in the
Okay.
corner with the statue here. Like,
You want top left corner?
yeah.
Is that what we're trying? Okay. He broke out. Dang. That's okay. That's a good spot.
There. This is the other corner that's good.
So Shiva has this, like, duplicate Naruto character. I got it. Okay. You might want that, turkey.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I did his warp.
That's okay. He's almost down.
There we go.
Oh.
Good juggle.
Oh, wait, did I lose a life or not? I don't
I
know.
wonder what'll happen, actually.
Let's find
I'm
out.
curious about that.
Oh, dang.
Okay. Ah.
Ah, I thought I got
Question
it.
asked, question answered.
Alright. Fair enough.
That's amazing.
Stage 7.
We've had a few of...
There's
Man, I
going to
can't
be
believe
a
what
jumping
happened.
challenge on this stage. For everyone that him and I miss, we're going to donate 5 to the marathon.
Yeah.
Oh, $5 each.
Hey, listen, we're just both very friendly, nice people. We're just trying to, you know, help out a good cause here.
Alright, $5 for you.
$10 for me.
You're at 10, I'm at 5. I punched him in mid-air. Yeah,
No more money.
Yeah.
No, we know that at that point, the minute the enemies are done at that stage, it actually stops it. So even if it's giving you a warning, the train stops moving to load up the new enemies, so you're fine. But it is very funny.
You want the cops? I'll take care of Francis. And then clean up.
Yep.
Alright, double Francis down.
And now we're back on the money.
Yeah, the money train. Oh! Alright. I'm at 5.
Now we're gaming.
Oh! 10
Whoa,
free.
$10 for Boyks.
Alright. Boss. Cool. So we're back to Estelle.
Yep. You go first.
I'm just gonna hit her with a weapon.
Yep.
It's good at knocking her in the air, but it's not good at like damage. So
Yeah.
knock
And
her
I have
back.
to get the extra. There we go.
All right, whatever. I'll just go.
Yeah.
Oh, did we both go?
Nope.
Oh, you went. No, that was good actually. All right. I'll pick up the star.
Yep. Well, I'll juggle her up here.
Interrupt her thing. And whammo bammo!
There we go. Whammo bammo. Get your slide whistle.
Alright, I will.
If you're gonna say a whammo bammo, you gotta have the slide whistle. You can't do one without the other. Can't whammo my bammo and not give me some slide.
There we go. Alright, so this is the last retro boss
Yes.
in the art gallery. This also has an absolute banger once we get in the art gallery. We also start off with green health because of lore. The deep lore of Streets of Rage 4. Do you actually know what's happening in the story here? I don't think I do.
Mrs. Y and Mr. X are sorry, Mr. Y and Miss Y
Something.
are the progeny of Mr. X from previous games and are now trying to take over the city.
Golden Turkey. Goodbye.
I was gonna say, this is one of my favorite screens in the game, not for any reason other than the fact that they're just appreciating one of the food items in the game.
Yeah,
As
what?
a piece of art. Which
It's
is
so
very good. And you can pick it up and use it as a weapon.
I was going to remind you about the
Oh my
knife
God,
guys.
I'm
But
getting
oh
those.
well. I always forget about the knife guys until it's too late.
I'm not forgetting, I'm just
Yeah.
off on the timing. But
Oh,
it
gotcha.
happens.
That's mine. No, why? So these ones throw acid pools, which also make our health green slowly if we stand in them, like we saw
Yeah.
earlier in the sewer. They also introduce grenade and fire ones, as well as electric ones a little bit later.
That's mine.
That's yours, yeah. Sorry. Alright, that cop is
Like we said, it's easy to... You've got to keep communicating in this, so talking to
Yeah.
chat and stuff is always a little less easy. But these enemies, the ones that pour acid, are actually really nice in the game because like they actually damage the enemies also, which is fantastic. And for us, it's just green health, so we can do regular hits to just gain our health back, and it's not that big of a deal a lot of the time. However, we are going to find the fire ones
Oh, the fire
are-
ones. Like,
just awful, and then we're going to get some worse ones later. They're
The
probably
grenade-
our least favorite enemies in the game, I would say. I think they're my least favorite. Yeah, yours. This is awful, if I really wanted it anyway. Watch out.
Just
Grenade.
awful.
And then...
I missed that guy.
No, it doesn't hurt them. Yeah, it's only the half of those.
Alright. In-game sound. Oh, wait. No. Fuck it. Stop. Stop.
Right. Yeah, sorry.
Stop.
Thank you.
I apologize. He was going to ignore it. It was very important.
You're right. I almost forgot.
Stop.
I'm so used to doing the practice.
Okay. This is
That's
the
not
last
what we do.
one. Last one. So it's another
And we get
Shiva
Shiva
fight,
2.0.
and then the boss fight from Speedrun.
Grab him when he does that.
And then the boss. You're at very low.
And now Mr. X, who is the father of the current villain.
GG.
There we
That's
go.
all the references. Yeah. Alright, good stuff.
And then grab that one.
Now we can go forward. Very important.
Here we've got two enemies, and we're going to try and catch both of them at the same time, get them in the bottom right corner if we can. You go first.
Yeah, I'll knock them to the same spot.
Nice. Yeah. The biggest thing is that we don't necessarily care about anybody but
Fire run.
the fire one either. If we drop one out, we want to focus the fire. And the reason being is that, like, I can damage boost through the electricity, through the poison. Both of us can.
Yeah.
But we definitely cannot do that through the fire. The fire does not do out.
Oh, I missed. My shield. There we go.
I mean, that was my fault. I hit her out of it. Again, another moment by communication.
Alright.
Good job, though.
Yeah, that was still
Pretty clear. Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Alright. We got, what, 4 stages left?
Yes.
Or 3?
Yes? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, 4.
Oh, no, yeah, because there's
This is
the
why
extra
Island.
secret one. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more, say no more.
Yeah.
Alright, this stage has the best weapon in the game. You can pick up. It's also the
mop.
absolute worst stage in the game for carrying.
Yeah. Very easily. This is the elevator. We also, as you can tell, have slippery floors here, which is
Ice
certainly not a thing that most beat 'em ups do. But
Mop, bless our run.
fun.
No, my run. Alright, Mop, bless our run. Do it. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that.
Clean up
Look at
the
that footage. Clean up the streets. Just like tracks. That's a deep cut. Kevin.
There you go.
Alright, the Mop has saved us. Some precious time. I actually got to use the whole Mop. That's great. Oh. Alright, I think that's all.
Yeah.
There's another guy. And there's
Yep.
another one. Yep.
That.
Yeah, these little judo guys are super annoying.
Yeah, there's a moment where you can hit them right after with their block. I'll try and go fast on that. Take some extra damage. There'll be that's chicken in the top right. It's all in the bottom middle.
Why not? I'll jump back.
Yep. I just have positioning.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh, wait, that.
That's
alright.
So this is why Cherry's the worst. So we're gonna open up the side of the elevator here to knock enemies out so we can kill them quicker. But all of Cherry's moves happen to randomly end in jumping. So that's not good, huh?
She likes to jump out of the elevator herself.
A lot.
It is possible for you to lose a few lives here
Or
by
3.
trying to go fast.
I've definitely lost 3. Oh no! That guy.
Oh. Yeah. There. That's the thing that we want to do. Huh? We want to manipulate them over to the corner and then just grab them. They'll jump out of it, and when they jump out of it, they die. Pretty good for us. But
Goodbye.
okay, now we're gonna get some Gormons and Big Ben.
My Big Ben's out. And Big Ben number 2 is Gonzo.
Good job.
That's good.
Yeah.
Alright, Max.
Yes.
He's become
I can damage boost through most of the time, so he's a pretty easy boss.
I'll knock him over into the corner.
Yep.
Oh. That's okay.
Yep.
I'll get some power ready for
Yeah, I ran out.
you.
I just needing to move.
Alright, so now we're just gonna try and damage boost through his attack, basically.
Yeah, like I just it's damage boosting in a way. I have iframes through it, but I also eat my own health. So if I run out or if somebody shoots me from behind, then it can be a problem.
You need
Gotta kind of watch out for
15,000
them.
right?
Sorry?
You need 15,000 for the next one.
Yes, correct.
Alright. So I'll like pick up most of the points.
Correct. Yeah.
and then I'll pick up whatever's left. Just for safety's sake. So in arcade mode, you only have one set of lives.
Yeah.
So if either one of us runs out of lives, we're just out of luck. So we gotta kind of pay attention to that. You can also pick up health percent, so we'll keep that in mind, even if we're both.
Great, remember?
Oh,
all the way?
Okay. Yeah, my bad. I got confused.
Yeah, we wanted to route it up to here where we just get everybody at once.
Otherwise, we're just waiting for no reason on the screen where we can't hit
Yeah.
everybody. Yours off.
Yeah, we'll wait. We have to deal with them throwing grenades from the top.
Get hit with my guitar. Thank you. Alright, are you ready? It's hammer time.
Yep.
That's
Another
actually.
Big Ben style character. They're named different things throughout, mostly Big Ben and Gourmand, but there's a couple that have extra names.
Yeah, the red ones are
There we go.
Oh.
We left the pixel.
The magic ring. Alright. All the way to the right, you said?
No, you.
I'm healing! It's fine. I'll leave the money for you.
Yep.
My feelings.
Yeah, one of the things that also happened when we were between submitting and getting this run in is that there was actually a pretty decent patch in this game. It changed a lot of things. Took out a bunch of infinite combos. Changed a lot of the ways the enemies move and their hitboxes work. Some of them used to really vacuum you in for hits.
Alright, good.
Yep.
Oh no, I just...
Ah. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna take the sledgehammer with us to the boss. It'll be useful for stunning him.
I'll use push first.
What's... Oh,
Yeah, I didn't take my interruption before you did it, like normal.
So we need to break his shield before we can really do anything.
Yeah, otherwise he ignores
Yeah.
hits, but then he gets stunned.
Okay.
Good job.
Alright. I axed him the question. That one doesn't deserve the slide, was it?
No, I was just gonna let that sit there and stink up the stream
Yeah,
for a little while.
That would never happen. Alright, another elevator where I can lose
I have
lives.
top one.
Or both of us can technically, but I'm the most... Actually, you're kind of worried, I'm gonna be honest.
What?
Get out of my house. Get out of my house. Get out of my house.
And now for the annoying part of
Get out of my
this.
house. Oh yeah, the fire one. They will throw you out of the elevator with an opportunity.
Well, they also make a lot of the elevator floor just unusable, which is obnoxious.
That was good.
Yeah, that was very good. Now we get some of the more annoying characters in the game. Although they actually fixed some of the hitbox on this, so it was good. The electricity was really bad for a while because the animation would be gone and it would still
be active. Yeah.
It was active for a long time after it felt like it was actually off.
My feelings! Your feelings! Oh, they're dead.
This you done?
You should pick up all of it.
Nope, you get the chicken.
Yeah. And then you should grab the rest. There's your extra life soon. Alright.
Yep.
I'm spending every moment that there's something on the ground looking at your health so that I know when I can start picking things up. That's all.
Yeah.
Hey, you brought a gun to a street fight. What do you think this is? Street Fighter? Never mind.
It would be Gunfighter.
Gunfighter?
There's gotta be a game, right?
Well, there's Gunman 5. That counts. I don't think it's the same genre, though. That's more Mega Man. We'll just give you all the health for points. Unless I'm very low. There's money behind
Well, I'll definitely be getting...
I think you'll be getting it. Yeah. You want that low. Gun! My only weakness! Alright, I'll take this out. I got slapped. Let's go. You should probably special the 3.
Yep.
Keep them in the corner.
Well, it'll... Oh.
Or at least group them together for damage, yeah. Your health.
Yeah. No?
Mr. X is really annoying because he jumps around a lot. I'll move down.
Yeah, and he has a lot of invulnerability where you kind of can't hit him. Like where he won't stun or anything, can't interrupt his attack. Specifically when he uses a rocket launcher, which is bad.
His rocket launcher is real awkward, it does so much damage.
So now he'll start pulling out rocket launcher.
Alright, let me do this for a second. You might want to back out. Can you deal with him for a second? Just to be safe. Stop running, you coward!
There we go.
I kind of just tried to stay out of here.
Yeah, in a lot of the boss fights, that is honestly kind of what we want to try and do most of the time anyway. Just because Shiva is able to blender people a lot better, and it's easy to just knock yourselves out of combos by having too many people all trying to do the same thing.
We're at a really good pace considering we did the retro fights.
Yes,
It's like
yeah.
53 in-game time.
This is another one where we started out at green health because we just went through
Oh yeah, this is a very
dash.
dangerous screen for somebody on one.
Yeah. One life is fine because it's actually 2 lives.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Oh, it's
Well,
not
it's not only that, it's 2, like, you get a 0.
Yeah.
This is not nearly as dangerous as it seems.
We're not computer programmers. We don't start on 0.
All the world binary, boy.
Here's a question I really
All
need
1
to
and
ask
0.
you. What is heavier, a pound of feathers or a pound of steel? Clearly it's the steel, right? Steel's heavier than feather. Oh my bad. I don't have to teleport.
Yeah.
I've done that before. I think you've done that before. Alright, these biker tricks are really annoying because they hit you from off the screen.
They bounce you very far if they do hit you. Yeah, and unlike most enemies like we talked about, they actually will knock you from off screen. If you notice, like most of the time, unlike a lot of these kinds of games, yeah, I've got it.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah,
There's no reason not to be safe.
So I'm just letting you know, like, I will easily hit it. It's not a problem.
Yeah. There we go. So it's much easier to get one-ups in single player, because we're not splitting points in single player as we are in co-op. So
I also want to point out this song, just because we finally made it to like this big castle mansion thing.
Oh yeah, we're crashing.
And I just love, yeah, that we get this Castle Crashers ass theme.
It's so good.
Very, very cool.
There we go. Wombo and a combo. Ah, through. Nice guy. Oh my god.
Yep.
I actually was just trying to punch the guy. I forgot about the movie spread.
Oh, we also said if we forget the new troll ninja cop that shows up the last second,
Oh yeah.
that's another donation of $5 from each of us, I would say.
That's fine, yeah. Alright, $2 each plus a bonus. It's a good spot. We just want some extra lives for the final boss fight in case things go south. That's the main reason.
Well, I mean, it's just always. Oh, I soft blocked this earlier, by the way, when I was testing.
What? How'd you do that?
I don't know. I dashed forward and that screen locked up, so I was testing it a while back, and I was like, oh,
I've
okay, there's a soft block there, huh?
And, but I was using my old man grandpa Heelys. I don't know how it.
Alright.
It's not a trap. Alright, Ninja Cop will be coming up soon. I'm gonna try and pick up stuff once we get past the screen.
Yeah. I mean, there's a screen where we just kind of get a lot of health and items and money, so like, we're good for that.
Yeah.
It's just this screen that can be obnoxious, because there's a lot of these gourmands in Big Ben now for a while.
Old man Heelys was like the best thing. Well, so there's a character called Dr. Zam in Super 3, which is a bonus character. Green is the last one, remember? I think they're after these. Not that you will forget, I'm just...
Yep.
But yeah, Dr. Zam has Heelys on his legs that he uses to go very fast. And by very fast, I mean moderately slow. In a very cool manner. Alright, so I should pick up most of this unless you count.
Yeah.
That'll get us closer to getting a 100 in the boss.
Yep.
Oh, no! $5!
I didn't!
I owe 15.
That one's a new addition. That's part of the patch, is they put in a top that it tells you to go, and then it drops an ninja behind you.
I think I'm up to 20, and you're up to 15.
That is correct, yeah.
Alright. Triple being a jerk. Jumping around a lot. Oh, I got it. I can run around. Just because I'm there. Alright.
There we go.
Final boss. So probably going up once we beat the robot.
Yes. There are both Miss Y and Mr. Y again, and a giant robot.
So you can't actually pick up that health before the fight starts, which is annoying. I'm gonna jump forward and try and guitar them to knock them down. And you might want to grab health.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
So in the new patch, they made this part of the fight a little bit quicker. Oh no, that's it's getting real grabby. Just wants to. I got my one up. That's good.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's get in the robot. So the way they made this longer is they made that part of the fight longer, but they also full heal into the robot, but the robot also takes less damage to kill, so it's not actually longer.
Yeah, they balanced it in a different way.
You might want to pick up health before.
Yeah.
That'll just give you a lower attack.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have a spell. That's okay. So at this point, we're
now
just
I've got
trying
it.
to attack the robot, because the robot takes more damage than this Y on her own.
Alright, just gonna stand on this ledge.
And
Time. Well done.
so actual time versus in-game time.
Yeah.
That was good. We had exactly enough. Almost.
Yes.
I had one extra.
Yeah, it's a balance of trying to like go really, really fast and use as much of the spin attack as you can, the desperation moves. But then also like that's really, really greedy because if you get hit at all, that's a lot. Like you can take to play this optimally, you can take 8 hits.
So without the bonus fights, that was actually a PB. That's
Yes.
pretty sick.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was really good.
There we go. That's our run. That's all we got. Definitely donate. We'll be donating our money from our incentive part of this as well.
Our incredible, wonderful